Living on campus this past year has been an awesome experience for me, and I've learned a lot about the importance of a good dorm over this past year. Now, a dorm is where you're going to spend the majority of your time, and it can also help you succeed in school and make a transition from home to college a lot easier if you have it well set up. So I'd like to share with you kind of what I've learned, and here are my top 10 tips for dorm living. First and foremost, you're going to want to maximize your floor space. And the easiest way to do this is to go vertical. Bunk your beds, especially if you're living with other people and you've got 2 beds in your dorm room. Bunk it. It'll save a lot of floor space. Second, organize your space, not just your stuff. So you want to think about where you're going to want to sleep, where you're going to want to have some entertainment, where you're going to want to do your work, and try to separate those spots, give them individual places where you won't be tempted to watch TV while trying to do homework or studying for a test. So I have my sleeping area over here, my entertainment system right here, my workstation right here, and this is kind of where I organize / charge my devices, textbooks, and work on personal projects. Something I didn't think about initially, but I wish I had earlier, was how you're going to keep your space clean. Now, if you've got a carpet kind of like this, invest in a vacuum cleaner. I got one at Walmart that's just wired for I think 30-40 bucks. It's lasted all semester. There's at least probably a half dozen people in my building that I kind of share it with. And if you don't have a carpet and it's just hardcore, bring like a mop dustpan, you know, stuff like that, because you will end up needing it sooner than you would expect. Early on, before you get too clamored with schoolwork and stuff like that, really take your time and be intentional about kind of making your dorm your home. And I know this seems obvious, but investing in an office chair. If you're going to spend, 20 hours a day in the same room with another person, you're really going to want something that will make your life more comfortable. And some examples that kind of give your dorm a more homey feel is something as simple as stuffed animals or a poster of an artist that maybe a sibling really likes, or something that reminds you of people, things back home that kind of ease the transition in life. Another thing that kind of seems obvious, but people still make the mistake of, is use command strips, okay? Like, don't use duct tape to keep things on the wall, because for one thing, the deposit that you're going to put down, or the fees that the college will charge you after you move out of, either sticky residue on the wall, or if it takes off paint, they're going to charge you some money to fix that. Whereas if you just use command strips, like everyone else, not only does it make things just so much more convenient and easier to remove, but you don't have to pay extra money on fees for damaged walls, for damaged surfaces. It just makes things so much more convenient. So just spend a little bit more money, get the command strips. In the long run, you'll thank me for it. One of the favorite things that I brought with me to college that was kind of an accident is this. It's just a collapsible box just for carrying laundry to and from the laundry room, and a small trash can that you can put grocery bags in. Full-size trash cans just aren't space efficient enough to really put into small dorms like this, especially when you're living with more than just yourself. It's just so convenient to be able to reuse the grocery bags that you get when you go to Walmart or something like that as a trash can. So everyone is going to need one of these, and if you can pick up one of these cheap somewhere, I think I got this at Aldi, but this thing has been a lifesaver. Try to be creative when you're setting up your dorm. Now, you don't necessarily need to have RGB miniature FPV drone race gate setup. You don't need a floating Lego model of the International Space Station. And you don't really need to have a putting green. But what is incredibly helpful is something that will give you a reason to socialize, or a reason for other people to kind of come to your dorm and just hang out and chill. And some of the best examples I've seen of this is one person has got an indoor racing simulator with pedals, a really nice steering wheel, and a full 80-inch flat screen TV to do hardcore racing. And another one, I live on an aerospace floor, so another person on my floor up here has a very nice Microsoft flight simulator with all the gear required to, just have a blast. And a really cool idea that I saw on a girl's floor was she put a whiteboard and a dry erase marker on the outside of her door. And every week she just writes a new question, and random people just fill out answers. It could be what I've seen so far is, what is your favorite One Direction song? What's your favorite class right now? Just basic things like what's your favorite color, favorite candies, and that's just a really cool way to draw in other people and get to connect. And try to utilize Amazon and Facebook Marketplace. Those two have been absolutely just pivotal this semester, well, both semesters actually. First and foremost, get yourself a pair of noise canceling headphones. Now, I live in a dorm by myself because my college did some restrictions because of COVID, and only one person per dorm. But even then, sometimes the person above me might be a little loud, someone to the side or below. Just noise canceling headphones are just a must. And I picked these up for 50 bucks. They're incredibly solid, sound quality is impeccable. I'll keep these and I'll link these in the description below. Also, projector. Projector I've got right here was about like 80 bucks on Amazon. It's 1080p. I watch movies not every night because I have a lot of work to do, but when I'm not super busy, putting on Rick and Morty has been a big stress relief. Every now and then people will come over and we'll watch like Top Gear or something. It's just a really cool addition to the dorm. And stuff like Alexa Dots, stuff that you can easily get on Amazon, but Facebook Marketplace for textbooks. You can get used textbooks far cheaper than you can get used textbooks on just like the school website, the school bookstore. You find all kinds of really amazing deals on Facebook Marketplace if you just scroll through, check in every few days or so, and every now and then you never know what you may find. So this could be a no-no considering where you go to college, but a router in your dorm isn't a bad idea. It's just convenient to have your own router to set up your own devices through. So for example, I use my printer, my 2D printer, through this Wi-Fi that I set up to my computer. It provides kind of an extra layer of security so I don't have to go through the campus's Wi-Fi. And if you want to be discreet about it, name it a printer. Name it HP LaserJet 7000 or 1200, something like that. Because most printers nowadays do have their own Wi-Fi modules, and that's really not uncommon. Or you can name it just like Smart TV or something like that, and no one will ever be the wiser. In other words, don't do what I did and test security by naming it something not the most inconspicuous, shall we say. And last but not least, make friends with an engineering major. And it's not because they desperately need one, but because they are incredibly helpful. And they can help you with homework or other more technical things. Like they probably have a 3D printer. And if they have a 3D printer, that means they probably know how to use CAD software. And if they know how to use CAD software, they can help you with your problems. So you say, hey, buddy, so you know how I'm your friend, right? Could you help me? I need some way to mount my projector. And they're like, I got you. So they'll print you and design you a nice little projector mount. You say, hey, I keep losing my remotes to my projector, to my Roku. Is there any way you could help me organize that? And they're like, I got you. They'll print you a nice little remote holder that fits on your bed. The uses of engineers are nearly endless, and we desperately need friends. So, oh, a person.
Hey, do you happen to have a Baby Yoda cookie cutter by any chance? That
No, but I could make. Oh, I've got a 3D printer. Come over here. Oh, you need to see my printer.
Okay.
It's really cool. Okay. Yeah, turn it on. I got some nice software on it. I just replaced just about all the hardware. I'll get to work on your cookie cutter for you.
Oh.
There you go. I made you a cookie cutter. So
Appreciate it, man.
You want to be friends?
What type of question is that?
I'm kidding.
You know, I got some work to do, you know. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know. Yeah. Go live your life. I'll be.
Hey, thanks again.
Have a good day.
All right. Take care.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you were able to take something away from this. Big shout out to Jason here for helping me film that last scene. We're about to go get some pizza. So with that, toodles. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Do it. I can tell if you don't. Yeah, just it's a button. You click it once. Don't have to worry about it again. So do it. Get the Doge. We want the Doge. Get the Doge. Look at that face. Buy Dogecoin. For that face alone. Hold the line. Hold it firm. 10 cents is our new floor. Or, yeah. Alright.